Do you know that one of the most powerful deities in Hindu mythology was once rejected by his own father, burned alive, and left to die under a tree? Yet he rose and became the supreme judge of the entire universe. This is the incredible story of Shani Dev, the god of justice, karma, and destiny. Stay with me, because this story will shock you and force you to think about the real power of karma. In today's video, we will understand the life journey of Shani Dev, which is a journey from being a rejected child to becoming the judge of the universe. This story is not just a mythological tale, but it teaches us deep lessons of life, how fighting injustice, controlling our anger, and walking on the right path can give us true power. So let's begin this exciting journey, where we will learn how a dark-skinned, rejected, and humiliated child forced even the gods to bow down through his penance, courage, and determination.
This story begins from Treta Yuga, millions of years ago, when Surya Dev married Devi Sanjana, the daughter of Vishwakarma Dev. After marriage, whenever Surya Dev came near his wife, Devi Sanjana could not bear his excessive radiance. His brightness was so intense that it became extremely difficult for Devi Sanjana to remain near him. Time passed, and after a few years, Devi Sanjana gave birth to brilliant children like Vavaswat Manu and Yamuna. But still, Devi Sanjana remained troubled by Surya Dev's radiance. One day, she decided that she would go away from Suryalok and do penance so that she could gain the power to bear Surya Dev's radiance. But she was also worried about the care of her newborn children, and at the same time, she didn't want Surya Dev to know about her departure. Therefore, Devi Sanjana used her mystical powers to manifest a shadow that looked just like her, whom she named Chaya.
She handed over all responsibilities to Chaya and departed for an unknown place to perform penance. After this, whenever Surya Dev came near his wife, Devi Chaya was not affected by his radiance at all. Surya Dev never suspected that before him was not his real wife but her shadow. Both began living together happily, and time passed just like that. Gradually, Vavaswat Manu, Yamraj, and Yamuna also grew up. Surya Dev assigned them different responsibilities according to their capabilities, and himself also became busy with his duties. Because of this, Devi Chaya became lonely, and she decided to perform penance to Mahadev. She became completely absorbed in penance to Mahadev. Suffering in the scorching sun, remaining hungry and thirsty, she continued her penance for many months. During this time, Devi Chaya had also become pregnant.
After many months of severe penance, Mahadev appeared before Devi Chaya and asked her to ask for a boon. Devi Chaya asked Mahadev for a boon of a real life, because she was merely a shadow of Devi Sanjana. Actually, because Devi Sanjana had left Suryalok once and never returned, a strong desire to live a real life had awakened inside Devi Chaya. Mahadev said, "So be it," and disappeared. A few months later, Devi Chaya gave birth to a divine child, but that child was dark-skinned. Seeing this, Devi Chaya became immersed in worry, but then she understood that because of her remaining hungry and thirsty and performing penance in harsh sunlight, the child's complexion became dark. Along with this, the effect of her being a shadow also fell on the child. This divine, dark-skinned child was none other than Shani Dev himself.
Devi Chaya continued to raise Shani Dev with love. One day, Surya Dev came to his palace to meet his wife, where Devi Chaya introduced him to her son Shani and placed the child directly in Surya Dev's lap. But as soon as Surya Dev's eyes fell on Shani, he became completely shocked and enraged. He placed Shani back in Devi Chaya's lap while severely rebuking her. Surya Dev said that this child did not possess any of his qualities, neither his radiance, nor a healthy body, nor appearance. In no way could this be his son. Surya Dev clearly refused to accept Shani as his son and left in anger. Devi Chaya became extremely disappointed. This was the day when enmity between Shani Dev and Surya Dev began. Surya Dev now also distanced himself from Devi Chaya. Time passed and Shani Dev had now grown a bit older. He had become the only support for the lonely Devi Chaya.
Shani Dev was extremely powerful from birth, and the main reason for this was that Devi Chaya had performed severe penance to Mahadev when he was in her womb. It was because of the effect of that penance that Shani Dev was born so strong. Along with being powerful, he was also a bit hot-tempered and mischievous. Despite being very young, he had defeated many Gandharvas alone in battle. He even began challenging the gods. Shani Dev used his anger combined with his power, and therefore he had proved his strength to even the greatest Gandharvas and gods. Behind Shani Dev becoming so harsh from childhood was the pain of anger and rejection festering in his mind towards his father Surya Dev. At that time, Shani Dev's only goal was to become more powerful than Surya Dev and crush his arrogance. As time passed, the feelings of anger and hatred towards Surya Dev inside Shani Dev only increased.
Thus, Shani Dev had now become a powerful youth. To calm Shani Dev's daily increasing anger, Devi Chaya got him married to a maiden named Chitraratha, who was supremely radiant and virtuous. After marriage, Shani Dev truly began to remain quite peaceful. Once, when Shani Dev was sitting in meditation posture, his wife Chitraratha expressed her desire for a son before him, but Shani Dev gave no response. Despite expressing her wish many times, Devi Chitraratha received no answer from Shani Dev's side. This behavior seemed insulting to Devi Chitraratha, and in anger she cursed Shani Dev. According to Devi Chitraratha's curse, if Shani Dev even merely looked at someone, that person's destruction was certain. That is, Devi Chitraratha cursed him to not look at anyone by raising his eyes. After rising from meditation posture, Shani Dev realized his mistake and tried very hard to pacify his wife.
Devi Chitraratha also realized her mistake, but she did not have the power to nullify the curse. After this incident, Shani Dev began walking with his head down. This matter spread rapidly throughout the universe. This matter also reached the ears of the Guru of the demons, Shukracharya, after which he appeared before Shani Dev along with Rahu, the commander of the demons. He advised Shani Dev to turn this curse into his power and use it against the gods. But Shani Dev clearly refused Shukracharya's advice not to use others for selfish purposes and asked Shukracharya and Rahu to go back. Meanwhile, Devi Sanjana returned to Suryalok from earth, having become capable of bearing Surya Dev's radiance. She came to know about all the events that had happened behind her back. She became extremely angry with Devi Chaya and told Surya Dev the entire truth. Surya Dev not only expressed his anger towards Devi Sanjana, but he expelled Devi Chaya and Shani Dev from Suryalok, humiliating and throwing them out. After this, Shani Dev and Mother Chaya headed towards earth and began residing in a dense and beautiful forest.
While living in the forest, Shani Dev befriended Kakraj. In this beautiful forest, Shani Dev and Mother Chaya began living happily. Time passed, and after a few years, Surya Dev came to know about this residence of Shani Dev. Surya Dev became Shani Dev's mortal enemy, and he set a terrible fire in the forest where Shani Dev resided, using his illusory power. Devi Chaya, being a shadow, escaped that fire and came out, but Shani Dev was completely trapped in that illusory fire.
Devi Chaya began crying out for help. Just then, suddenly, Kakraj came from above the forest and, grabbing Shani Dev in his claws, took him far away to his Kaklok. Reaching Kaklok, Kakraj introduced Shani Dev to his mother. Kakraj's mother requested Shani Dev to stay in Kaklok itself, to which Shani Dev also agreed. Kakraj's mother kept Shani Dev with love and affection like her own son. Time passed just like that. One day, this matter came to know to Indradev. In the absence of Shani Dev and Kakraj, Indradev attacked Kaklok. As a result, Kakraj's mother, along with many crows, died. When this matter came to know to Shani Dev and Kakraj, they became extremely enraged. Shani Dev, becoming furious, awakening his power, also infused some part of that power into Kakraj.
Then, riding on Kakraj, they departed for Swargalok. In Swargalok, all the gods, including Indradev, were enjoying dance and somaras, when they heard a very loud roar from afar. At tremendous speed, like death itself, a giant crow and Shangdev riding on it appeared coming towards them. Seeing this, there was chaos in Swargalok. The gods got ready with weapons for war. But as soon as Shani Dev set foot in heaven, he rendered the gods powerless with his sideways glance. Then he struck them with the bright light of his eyes and threw them on the floor. All the gods, including Indradev, had become so weak before Shani Dev that they were unable to even lift their weapons. Then Shani Dev began to severely wound them with the gods' own weapons. All the gods had to disappear from heaven and flee somehow. All the gods, including Indradev, went somewhere far away in fear of Shani Dev and remembered Surya Dev. They all began pleading with Surya Dev to burn Shani Dev to ashes. After this, Surya Dev arrived in Swargalok.
Surya Dev ordered Shani Dev to stop all this, but Shani Dev clearly refused. Then Surya Dev struck Shani Dev with his illusory and deadly rays. But Shani Dev destroyed those rays midway with the terrible energy of his eyes. Along with this, he also cast his evil eye on Surya Dev. From this, Surya Dev became completely cold and dark. As a result, the light of the entire galaxy disappeared, and everywhere there was only darkness upon darkness. Surya Dev also had to flee, leaving heaven. All the gods somehow reached Kailash, located on earth, using their remaining powers. They cried, telling the whole matter before Mahadev. Mahadev first rebuked all the gods for their deeds, and then assured them of restoring the powers of the gods along with heaven. Then Mahadev sent some contingents of his Shivganas along with the gods to Swargalok. Upon reaching Swargalok, the gods challenged Shani Dev to battle.
Shani Dev appeared before the gods and Shivganas for war. The Shivganas pounced on Shani Dev, but Shani Dev first rendered the Shivganas powerless and lethargic using his evil eye, causing them to fall to the ground. Then Shani Dev rendered Indradev and Surya Dev unconscious right there with his evil eye. Seeing this, the remaining gods disappeared from Swargalok. Shani Dev snatched the royal crown of Devraj from Indradev and kept it with himself. Then he made Surya Dev along with Indradev his prisoners in heaven itself and put them in prison. The remaining gods, including Agni Dev and Varun Dev, came fleeing from Swargalok again to Mahadev at Kailash. They told Mahadev the whole matter and requested him to himself go to Swargalok and eliminate Shani Dev. Hearing this, Mahadev immediately disappeared from Kailash and the gods were left watching.
Shani Dev had completely established his dominance over Swargalok. He was engaged in preparation to give a great punishment to Surya Dev along with Indra Dev when suddenly a flood-like situation came in Swargalok. The entire heaven trembled. Then arrived Mahadev, the god of gods. Mahadev ordered Shani Dev to stop all this, but Shani Dev refused with his head bowed. Then Mahadev asked Shani Dev to fight. Shani Dev became scared seeing such great power before him and acted hastily. He directly cast his evil eye on Mahadev itself. In response, Mahadev opened his third eye slightly towards Shani Dev. With just a little energy that came out from Mahadev's third eye, Shani Dev's body split from the middle and he became severely wounded. Then he fell towards earth with a very strong jerk.
As soon as Shani Dev became unconscious, the power of the gods returned. The little energy that came out from Mahadev's third eye had so much power that Shani Dev, falling down from heaven, reached earth at extremely high speed. He crashed through many trees and plants and got stuck in a peepal tree. Shani Dev had become completely half dead. It seemed as if he was no more. But after some time he regained consciousness. He realized Mahadev's power.